The Iowa caucus just 17 days away, and while Ted Cruz and Donald Trump are leading the polls, Marco Rubio is making a late push. He's appealing to Iowa's evangelical voters with a new ad focused entirely on his religious faith. CBS 4's Jim DeFede had a chance to discuss the ad and religion with the Florida senator. Jim?
Elliot, the ad was striking because you don't often see political ads that are purely religious. There is no discussion of policies or positions, just God. So when I sat down with Rubio on the day the ad was unveiled, it seemed like a good place to start. You're out with another interesting thing today, which was a new ad dealing with faith.
Our goal is eternity, the ability to live alongside our Creator for all time, to accept the free gift of salvation offered to us by Jesus Christ. The struggle on a daily basis as a Christian is to remind ourselves of this. The purpose of our life is to cooperate with God's plan.
If you're elected president, would you see yourself as an instrument of God's will?
Well, I think in anything we do in life, that's the case. I mean, if you're a person of faith as I am, I believe that God controls everything that happens in our lives. That doesn't mean we don't have a role to play. We have free will. We are called to cooperate on God's plan in our lives as an individual. And that ad is running in Iowa because a lot of people in Iowa want to know about my faith.
Well, that ad doesn't mention that you were baptized Mormon and that as a child and that you are currently Roman Catholic. Why not mention those factors?
Well, it's a 30-second ad, Jim. I mean, there's only so many things you can. It wasn't a biographical ad. It was an ad about my faith. And at the end of the day, I was actually born and raised Roman Catholic. We spent a few years in the Mormon church as a young child and returned to the Roman Catholic faith.
The Rubio ad is designed to peel evangelical Christian voters away from Ted Cruz.
One issue where this could come up is on the issue of abortion. You seem to be being criticized for not being clear as to what your position is.
I don't think there's anyone running that's been clear on their position on life.
So tell me your position on life.
I'm pro-life. I believe all human life is worthy of the protection of our laws. I believe that there should be an exception to save the life of a mother. And while I don't require there to be an exception for the other things that people talk about, I'll support a bill that has them.
If Congress were to pass a bill that made it to your desk that outlawed abortion in all cases, even in the instance of rape and incest, you would sign it.
I don't require there to be exceptions.
Do you believe life begins at conception?
I believe life begins at fertilization. When a human being is created, at that point, I believe should have the protection of our laws.
The distinction Rubio is drawing is an important one. There are forms of contraception, known as the Plan B pill, that would prevent a fertilized egg from being conceived. Would his faith require him to use his power as president to block the sale of such drugs?
Well, that's legal. I'm not going to outlaw that. It's a legal thing, and it's available in many cases over the counter now.
But you talk about where your faith conflicts with the law, you would work to change the law.
Yeah, but that's different from what you're asking me to personally violate. That's different from law that applies to everybody else. What I'm talking about is if the law compels me as an individual to violate my conscience. I should not be compelled by law to individually, me, myself, have to violate the law.
But as president,
it doesn't mean we
differentiate it?
Well, yeah, but it doesn't mean we have a calling to prevent everybody else if they want to violate God's laws. But we personally should never be compelled to violate God's laws in our own life. But that's different from the issue of life. When it comes to the issue of life, the broader scope that you've asked about, on the issue of life, I believe that our laws should be that we protect all human life, irrespective of what stage in development that life is in. And I do believe I have a calling, and we all have a calling who believe that, to try to influence our laws in that direction.
So I'm trying to understand, he's personally pro-life, I got that, but if he were president of the United States, would he try to campaign to overturn, let's say, Roe v. Wade?
He absolutely would,
yeah.
And he made that clear. The other thing that's interesting here is, in talking about his faith, one of the things he said is that his faith would guide him in certain things, such as abortion, but when it came to contraception, he wouldn't, where he talks about, at the end there, when he's talking about how, everyone has the right to sort of follow their own path, and it's up to them if they want to sin against God. That's okay in contraception. But when it comes to abortion, he wants everyone to follow God's will when it comes to that matter.
And this is specifically targeted to voters in Iowa
This ad is running in Iowa, and you can also expect it to start running in South Carolina, two places where evangelicals hold a lot of sway.
Absolutely. Jim, thanks a lot. And don't forget, you can hear much more of Jim's interview with Marco Rubio on Facing South Florida, Sunday morning at 8:30 right here on CBS 4.